Hello, 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 community. Hello, bull runners. How is everybody doing? I want to welcome everyone to this live stream today. Thank you very much for all who are able to attend the live stream. Sorry about the echo. I see we are in full attendance today. We have 28 watching right now with us live. Today is an exciting live stream, community and bull runners. First of all, let me have you all here because we have the bull runners in the building. Let me go through it and see who are with us today. First of all, thank you very much. Tony's here, Charles, Tony P, Malik, Glenn, Justin. Thank you very much, all of you guys that are here in this live stream today. It's all about BRL. We want to make sure that we have a stronger presence on YouTube. And this is the kickoff. This is the start that we want to begin to be sure that we are more informative. So once new community members come in and want to know more about our community, that we'll have informations here for them. And this platform today, we want to do a AMA setting. We'll have CEO and our Theo on here, and we'll be asking questions and to dig more into BRL. What is BRL all about? It's important for us to make a statement, to break down what we are all about, what BRL is all about. And this is what CEO is going to do, and Theo is going to help us as well. Once we go through those questions, we will take your questions. So be sure that you put hashtag Bullrun and then ask your questions that you have. And at the end, we'll go through them, and Brother Theo will help us out, and we'll go through the questions and make sure that we answer the most, if not all of them. After this, we'll also have a Twitter space later on with Moti. So be sure that you attend that one as well. But for now, please, bull runners, help me to welcome our one and only CEO and Theo on stage. What's going on, CEO and Theo? How you guys doing?
Steve, what's up, brother? Theo.
Hey, Steve, CEO. Man, pleasure being with you, Juggernauts, man. So excited. Community, what's going on?
Absolutely amazing to be here. This is great. This is absolutely great.
So the schedule today, first of all, I want to thank you both for being part of this. It's amazing. I know it's your first time, Joe. And Theo, thank you very much for both of you gentlemen. And like I say, we want to make this educational and informational. We want to use this platform to be sure that anybody that wants to look up BRL, Bull Run, what is that all about? Because we make a lot of noise on Twitter. Our Telegram group is growing, but it's time to really kick off YouTube as well and to be present on YouTube. So I thank you, all of you 67 watching right now. Let's be sure that we grow as a community on YouTube as well to bring more information about BRL. And this is the start. So Joe, we'll kick off with the questions that you have. You as a senior member of the community, you will be laying out the questions that are lingering in some of the community members' minds or potential newcomers to our community. And so feel free to ask any question that you feel that is important. You too, Brother Theo, of course, if you have any questions that you see later on from the community as well, once we get to that stage, feel free to ask whatever you need to know. And we'll take it from there.
Awesome. You ready to do this?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Theo, here we go, man. All right, let's start from the very beginning. As if I'm a new investor, okay?
Absolutely.
How long has BRL been out?
BRL was launched on the 19th of November. So we've been out a little bit over 5 weeks now. Yes. So it's a fairly young project, but we launched on the 19th. However, the preparation for it has been way back. Like we've been working on this project for over a year now, and we'll get into details as we progress with your questions.
Absolutely. And then as far as the NFTs, I know that the boosters just recently came out. Walk me through that. When did they come out? And when are the NFTs potentially coming out as well?
Absolutely. Let me share the screen to show you that, because I want you to see that. Okay. Absolutely. So with the boosters, the way they work is they're part of they play a major role in the ecosystem. And as Bullrun is a uses a problem solving approach, and what it does is it actually try to solve the problem of volume and liquidity. And these boosters play a major role in this, as we will be selling these as well
Mhm.
to be able to boost your rewards. So the way it works is, let me pull up the staking for you. This is our staking platform right now. And as you see, the community has been really utilizing this. Is one of our utilities that we have. And the boosters, if you you can stake your BRL tokens and you'll receive your USDC distributions. And once you receive your USDC distributions, you can boost them with your boosters. And one of the boosters gives you 6% each. So you can stake up to 5 of those boosters to receive 100% of your USDC distributions. So the boosters serve to enhance your BRL staking, and we'll be sure to maximize your USDC distributions with those boosters. And these boosters currently were going with our MADS collaboration that we had, but now soon we will be selling them as well on our staking platform. I know the community has been really asking about these boosters, and they will be coming soon. Once we're ready to launch them, we will announce it, of course, and so the community will be able to add on to the boosters to enhance their distributions.
Got it. And then is this? I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen dual staking with an NFT and a token in crypto space. Is that true?
Yes.
This is one of the first ones, isn't it?
To be fair, I haven't done like a thorough research around it, but definitely this is something. I'm glad you bring that question. Let me answer it like this. This crypto space is very competitive, and to stand out, you have to do things differently, and you have to be innovative. You know, um, and you can't just be using a copy paste or cookie cutter model in this space because it's
Right.
extremely competitive. So due to that, we came up with this idea on how to create a platform or an ecosystem that is sustainable, especially that we can feed in through the boosters, because staking is in demand. Obviously, like it's amazing how much it's over 72%
Mhm.
staked. BRL are staked right now, and as you see, the amount is way over 2 million that is staked currently. So and also what we wanted to do is to regulate the supply, because it's important for tokens to be scarce. So as far as staking, they are taken out of the circulating supply, and then the boosters serve to actually add more revenue into the liquidity. So like I said, those boosters will be all the revenue we get from them will be added to the liquidity. And yes, I have not seen a dual staking platform, to be fair. I've not seen one. And this is just one of the things that we do, our community has, that is innovative, and that serves to preserve and maintain the ecosystem, to sustain it.
Exactly. And the other thing with that too is not only are we doing the NFT and BRL um, dual staking and platform, but as far as it being an NFT, it's not just a PNG that does absolutely nothing, right? I've always kind of figured that an NFT is more hype. I've never been an NFT guy, but with these NFTs doing what they do, they're beautifully made. They have awesome utility coming down the pipeline. We're already using them right now with the boosters. I mean, there's nothing else like it in the space.
Yes. Now that you mentioned the MADs, absolutely. I know, like, it's common that projects do have NFTs coming out, but these are really unique. These are very special, and they have utilities beyond just being JPEGs. Like you said, these are downloadable NFTs that are 3D. You can use them in like in a professional setting as well. Like if you're into animation, you can use them there. If you run like a metaverse and you need avatars, you can use them there as well. And actually, phase 3 that is coming will be more into merchandise, NFT merchandise. So you'll be able to download your NFT and personalize it on merchandise as well. So there are many ways you can use them. And beyond our own ecosystem, those MATS NFTs will actually have their own ecosystem outside of BRL as well. So yeah, they're not just your regular NFTs. And what we were doing, it took 10 months to get those ready. So that's another thing. We've been working on them for a long time. And we wanted to be sure that once we launch a project, that we have a product that is ready. We didn't want to let the community wait on a utility or on a finished product. So that is something that we really take pride in, to be able to deliver something from day one. And as you asked me the first question when we launched, that was 5 weeks ago. And it wasn't 2 weeks later that we started actually with the teasers. We started teasing on our MADS NFTs and started delivering on our roadmap. So actually, the whole December is just been from December 1st. We've been just like teasing and showing on our products, and delivering on our. I don't like to call it roadmap, but on our delivery schedule. Yes.
Right. Well, we had a V1 originally, and then right after that, we hit an all-time high. And then we did a migration to a V2. Then right after that, we hit another all-time high. And I mean, if you look at the chart now, it's going crazy. It's ridiculous. This goes to show you, like we've talked about earlier, that the staking platform and the buying mechanism all in one help us to moon, right? So if you look a couple weeks ago when we were at 470, or 3 or 4 weeks ago, we had a slight drop off. And I think a lot of the people that came in as investors was thinking of this as a quick play to get in and get out. And so we had that little bit of a bloody market and all that stuff. And then with anticipation to the launch of the boosters, just a few days ago, we all started doing the migration, for the boosters and BRL. So this goes to show you that this is absolutely phenomenal and working, and it's beautiful.
You said a lot there. CEO 100. Let me unpack some of the things you say. Yeah. Let's start with the V1 that you mentioned. Yes, we had launched V1 November 3rd, and it was, the taxes were different. V1, when we launched, the taxes were way higher. It was 28 in total, so it was 12 and 16 on the buy and sell side. The community voiced that they would appreciate it if it would go lower with the taxes. And of course, we even put it on a poll and we voted on it, and that's what we did. And the sentiment was for lowering the taxes. Unfortunately, we had the taxes hard-coded in V1, so the only way to go about it was to come with a V2. So when V2 came, yes, you're right. When V2 came along, by the time V2 came along, we started again we were able to still get the liquidity from there and start again, but it started basically from 3 cents again. And yes, we hit another all-time high after that. And this time on V2, we didn't start with the staking either. So we waited a little bit until we came up now with the staking, because we wanted to upgrade the staking platform, not to be just BRL staking, but dual staking as it is right now. We realized that it's important to create demand for staking, and also demand for the boosters NFTs, and that's why we use the mechanism that if you stake only your BRL tokens, you get up to 70% of your distributions, USDC distributions. But once you stake your boosters, you can boost them up to 100%. So that was intentionally done so that we create this demand for both BRL staking and for the boosters. And like I said, those boosters, the revenue will be able to use them to feed into the liquidity pool, and that again goes to feed in to our liquidity pool. And liquidity is important, because without the liquidity, it will be hard for traders to be able to trade. And that's the issue that we're actually tackling right now, because that's been like we see usually, those are the two things that can bring a project down. So that's one of the ways that we tackle that.
Excuse me. And then with liquidity as well, how long is that locked for?
The liquidity, we've locked it for actually 10 years.
Wow.
We locked the liquidity for 10 years. The reason being is that we think long term. When we built Bullrun, this project is strictly community driven, and and the community has been just very supportive from day one. I really just have to commend the community, because we are here because of them. Let me go back. When we launched, we wanted to do something different and attract the right crowd, but that is so hard to do, because sometimes, like, depending on how you launch, there are launches and you attract the wrong crowd. But we were really fortunate to have a solid community that has been very supportive and very active, very engaged on all social medias. So that has been very helpful, and the belief in the vision as well that we have. And we wanted to do something completely different like I said, not to be promising too much, but rather have the surprise effect. Like I enjoy it when we can surprise the community by delivering something that we're not anticipating, or be able to have utilities from day one that will enhance the community and the project by supporting the liquidity, by supporting the volume. And I'm really excited about the way we go about this with our first utility that we just talked about, which are the NFTs. And when we launched them, especially the pre-sale, it went really well. The amounts that we wanted to sell out, that we allocated, the community really ran with it, and that was really exciting. So yes, and the chart has been showing it as well. Community has been very, very active, very supportive, and that's what we want to continue doing. And keep in mind, we're in a bear market right now, and it's important not to just survive the bear market, but to really thrive in it. That's why it was important for us to create the scarcity. That's something we take pride in scarcity. And that's why we don't only have the staking, but we also have the so-called true burn as well. And I would like to share that. Let me share that.
We're almost to 15,000 right now, aren't we?
Yeah, let me show that. Let's go to Etherscan here. Let me refresh. And like I say, the true burn, what it does, we started with a supply of $1 million. I mean, a million BRL tokens. And as you see right now, we are down at 985,129. So with every trade, with every buy and sell, the supply keeps decreasing. So the staking part takes the tokens out of supply, and let's look at it here. Our number one holder here is the staking contract, and currently it's at 72.59%. So imagine 72.5% is staked, and the current supply is at 985,000. So the circulating supply is extremely low. It's below 200,000 right now. So that is really unusual, because in the space currently there's always like an oversupply of tokens, and BRL wanted to be different in the sense of creating scarcity through staking, through the true burn, and of course through the buybacks that the community does with using the bulldozer effect. And I'll show you that as well. Let me show you that. It's on our website. Let's go here. You see the tokenomics. This is it. The bulldozer on the buy side is 2%, and on the sell side is 3%. So these are the USDC distributions that go to the stakers, the BRL stakers. So how we did this is, instead of us holding a buyback wallet and manually doing that, it's more efficient to give it to the community. So the community participates in the buybacks, and we can coordinate individually, because it's a free market. Everybody can do what they want with it. They could either buy back or do whatever they want to use it for. But this is a very interesting mechanism, because it puts the whole community together, and we can all rally behind this. And especially during a more stable market, we'll be able to really use this mechanism effectively, because it's also one of these mechanisms that not all the community has. And instead of giving BRL tokens as staking rewards, we're actually giving out the USDC for distribution, for USDC distribution for stakers. So it does two things. It keeps the tokens from the circulating supply, plus it gives out USDC distributions to the holders, who in turn can use it for whatever they want, or they can do buybacks. And imagine having that in a stable market or in a bull run, during a bull market. It will be very effective. And while all this is happening, keep in mind, we are burning supply from the total supply. We are burning BRL tokens from the total supply. We are adding more liquidity to our liquidity pool, etc., etc. So it's a constant cycle that goes on, that is positive.
Yeah, I noticed with our community, we understand how the taxes and the tokenomics work specifically. I have seen and heard from other people, the first thing out of their mouth as well, the taxes seem so high, and they can't get past that. But they don't seem to understand that, number one, we have a finite supply. We don't have trillions of tokens. The taxes are meant for the community themselves, right? It doesn't cost anything to unstake. It's daily rewards. I mean, this is the perfect scenario. So when they say it's high tax, no, I mean, that goes straight to us.
Yeah, that the tax issue has been like an elephant in the room. And the way, like I just mentioned, there's let's break that down. For example, on the buy side, we have 10%, right? And from the 10%, 1% goes towards the burn. And that's the burn sustains the tokens and provides scarcity. 4% goes towards liquidity pool. It's very important for the liquidity pool to be healthy. So that's 5%, right? And then we got 3% going towards the bulldozer, 2% going towards the bulldozer, and that's in USDC, and the remaining goes towards operations and to maintain the project. So majority goes towards sustaining the project and to the community. So, and the same on the sell side. So 9% out of 12 from the sell side goes towards sustaining the project and also towards the community. for me, it's very important that you don't use like a cookie cutter for projects, especially when you're coming out now in this competitive industry. When I look back a year from now, a year ago, we were at 3 trillion in $3 trillion in market cap. Now we are actually below 800 and 800 billion right now. So that's more than 3 times less that right now. And I learned a lot during that period. I looked at projects, I saw what they did well and what they didn't do so well. And based on those things is what we had to do adjustments on the tokenomics side. So for me, those taxes serve to bring sustainability in the project, especially after such a bull run. It's important to be able to, as you go up during a bull run, it's important that you create some sort of reserves that will sustain your project once the market starts, coming back down. And that's how we made sure that we had a platform that can do that by putting the majority of the taxes towards liquidity pool. So it feeds into the liquidity, and it will always be able to sustain itself in the good days, and also in a bear market, such that we are in currently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I firmly believe that the way that we're trending today, I mean, we broke $3 today, just this morning. I think we could break $4 by the end of the day. I'm curious what the community thinks. What you got, people? Theo, where'd Theo go?
To be honest, I don't, like I said, I let the community dictate that. I don't talk prices or do predictions. But yeah, this community has been extremely supportive, has been extremely it's amazing what the community has been doing. Like, they've been pushing it, and all over social media, on Twitter, on Telegram, retweeting, making a lot of noise. And that's why it's important for us that while they're making so much noise and bringing attention to BRL, it's important that we also have enough educational material on our YouTube channel, that we do these lives, that we can talk about BRL, and like zoom into certain topics and unveil what we all about, and what BRL does different, and what makes us so successful so far. And I have to commend the community. We have a very solid community that is very engaged, very supportive, and that believes in the vision. And so that's amazing. That's something that you can teach, or it's something that every project aims to have, such a solid community. And also the mods and the admins that we have in our community are amazing. I see how the camaraderie, and even newcomers, new members that are coming to our Telegram groups or have any questions, they're quickly answered. We have a very mature audience, community members, and so I'm really excited about that. It's something that is very rewarding.
Whoa, Steve, did you just see that, brother? Refresh your chart.
Oh man, what just happened? What just happened? Oh my
Look at this.
goodness.
Look at this.
Insane.
Theo, did that wake you up? I was wondering where you were.
I was backstage trying to handle the feed. Some feedback was happening. I was trying to figure it out. And
Bring the money in. Theo's like, oh, there's a party in here? What are we doing? Wow.
This is amazing.
Wow.
This community is just amazing. This is I don't know what to say. This is just incredible.
Wow.
This is incredible. Yeah.
Wow.
This is amazing, man.
It's the 28th of December and it's still Christmas. This is great.
Oh man, this is amazing. 8 ETH. That's crazy.
Steve, this is our community right here. These are the people that believe in you, this project, this community, and this is what happens. Like, oh, I love it.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Um, this is what I meant. How how the community is just it's unbelievable. So I want us to take one more question or a few more, and then let's go to the community. Let's take the questions. Brother Theo, were you able to? I'm sure you wrote some notes and had some questions that you saw out there that we will have to look at, and let's see what they're saying, and let's answer some questions from them as well.
Well, to be totally honest, there wasn't many questions except stuff like where do we buy, and just a whole bunch of excitement. Not many questions. I know that there were a few questions in our Telegram main chat that I picked up just in case, because I figured it would just be a whole lot of excitement going on.
Theo,
So,
you had one job, brother.
hey,
One job.
people just want to buy. People don't have questions, but
See,
again,
that's crazy.
I'll put it out there to the community. Any questions that you guys have, don't be shy. Drop it in the chat. We'll get Steve to answer your questions. And I have a question myself. I might as well kick it off since everybody's just excited and there aren't many questions in the chat. Let me ask Steve a question. Steve, sir, tell
Yes,
me
brother Theo.
what's your why with this project? What made you decide to? I know we're going back a little bit, but what's your why in terms of the project? I mean, everybody knows that this project has been incredible from the start, and all the utilities are done, basically just concentrating on delivery dates. But scroll back with me as to what got you started on this baby of yours. What's your why?
Excellent question, brother Theo. Excellent question. First of all, thank you very much, Moti. Moti, you're an amazing individual and a senior member of the community. Thank you so much. And I have to say, the community has just been amazing, and you are the reason why we are where we are today. It's such a solid community. It's bigger than a person. This community is bigger than just an individual. So definitely, thank you so much, everyone. The community, you guys are amazing. Brother Theo, to answer your question, let's go back. Like I said, I actually almost gave up on crypto, especially like at the end. And but I believe in it because I like not just the technology, but I feel like we are at the place in life where we're at the edge right now, like at the crossroad, where a new era is beginning. It's so cliche to say we're so early in crypto, but it literally is the case. And so what brought me back was the passion of the community that I have had on YouTube, on the platform. Built a really solid community that was very supportive and appreciated the information and educational material that I used to display on the YouTube channel. So I felt like it wouldn't be complete if I wouldn't use the experience I had, good or bad, from the projects that I was involved with, or what I've seen in the space. And like I said, this space is very competitive, and if you want to do something, you have to do it differently. You have to build something that is stable and built like a platform that is not just inclusive, because like I said, Bullrun is not also about tribalism. We are inclusive. We welcome all crypto enthusiasts. And the name Bullrun also plays a major part in this, because we all yearn for the next bull run. That's like something we crypto enthusiasts can all agree on. But beyond that, we wanted to be sure that when we come up with something, for example, that we bring something that is complete. We could have launched this token a year back, but we were working for that full year on the utilities that we were able to be launching now for the past 3 weeks. So it's important for us to be different in the fact that we wanted to be able to we don't come with a long list of a roadmap and let the community wait, but we took a different approach where we used the funds from our own pockets and created a product, collaborated with experts in their fields, in this specific case with the Black Lemon, to bring out a product, a utility that will sustain the project in the long term. Many have asked why didn't we go full blown marketing at the very beginning? That was because we didn't want to attract the wrong crowd. We started low key to build a foundation, a trusted group of people that believe in the vision. And then next phase was to start rolling out the key utilities that will sustain the project, the launchpad, the NFTs, and now the NFT boosters are next that will be coming as well. And we wanted to be able to build like a mechanism around a project that will be sure to sustain this project, because like I said, we took a problem solving approach, which is the liquidity and the volume. How do we sustain a liquidity? And this is why I told you our boosters play a big role in this, because as we are growing as a community, new members will have there'll be a high demand for those boosters because they'll want to maximize their distributions. And as they'll be buying these boosters, we'll be using those to feed into our liquidity pool, and that will always sustain the liquidity pool as we grow. So that's a built-in mechanism. Brother Theo, that's an example of why I saw that it was important to come back, because you saw things good and bad that will be able to be utilized in the right way. Best example I can make, for example, nobody's talking about, if it comes to cameras, nobody's talking about Nokia anymore, right? Everybody's talking about iPhones and Samsung, for example. If you're not innovative, if you don't do things differently and think ahead, long term, and that was also the reason why we locked the liquidity for 10 years, because we believe that we're here to stay, and we have a lot of things in the pipelines that we've been working on for many months, and that we're just ready to deliver on. So it was the passion, Brother Theo. It was the passion, the drive, the community that we have that believed in us, and the love for crypto. I believe in the future of crypto, and it's important to be able to be part of it. And I want that one day when my kids ask me, Dad, what did you do in 2022? What did you do when crypto was still at its infancy? I would want us to be able to say that we built a strong community of a lot of crypto enthusiasts that believed in the vision, and we were able to go from grassroots to mainstream, And this is something that all of you are part of, So I'm just a community member like everybody else. So we have no CEO, we have no, we just happen to be the face, and the founders. But this platform is all about community, and it's community driven. And that was the passion and the reason behind coming back, having a healthy place that we can all feel at home, and we all have like the same purpose, the same vision, the same drive. And that was the reason why.
Man, Steve, I appreciate you sharing that. We have two questions more on the technical side of things. First being from Chris. Chris asks, are we able to have next to the USDC staking rewards the equivalent amount of BRL, and also a button to automatically swap USDC staking rewards to BRL? So more of a technical question on the staking platform.
Right now, no. There will be only, let me actually go there. Let's look at it. Let me share the screen. Let's go there. Okay. Right now, the way we have it is that there's two tabs. The first one, you can stake your BRL tokens, And as you're receiving your USDC distributions, you can currently just claim it. The reason why we did it this way is we wanted to give the community the freedom to do, because it's a free market, to do as they please. And so we will leave it like this. You'll be able to claim your USDC distributions at will. Also, we made sure that there are no fees, there are no staking or unstaking fees either. And there are also no locking periods, So with the spirit of decentralization, we want to give our community members the freedom, to be able to utilize the platform as they please. We didn't want to lock them down for extended periods, and we didn't want to charge them fees for staking their BRL tokens that they already bought. So we just kept it really simple, and in the same spirit, we did it with the claim. Like, you can claim your USDC rewards whenever you feel like you want to claim it, and you can participate in the bulldozer spirit, which is like you can do the buybacks as a community, or you can do whatever you feel like. The second tab is the booster, and like I explained, this is part of the whole ecosystem, and it plays a major role. The boosters play a major role because, like I said, we redirected the marketing wallet and gave them over to the community. So that's why if you're staking now your BRL tokens, you're actually receiving USDC reward, USDC distributions. That's very important because it's in the same spirit of keeping everything scarce. We didn't want to inflate Uniswap with our BRL tokens. So to answer your question, we will be only giving out USDC distributions because we want to remain scarce, and we want to be really deflationary, because that's the issue right now: oversupply of tokens. Like, the tokens are really inflationary right now, especially in this bear market. It's important to be scarce, not to inflate. Those are the things that can break a project, So I'm really excited that we have, as a community, we have like the full control of the supply, and majority of the supply is right here. It's being staked, and it's just incredible how it keeps rising. And we are at 2.3 million right now in total staked value. So this is
Steve.
incredible. Yes?
That 10,000 that was just bought, that's already staked, brother.
That's what I was looking at. I'm like, where did it come from? Because it was like, it's already staked now. Already.
Yeah.
Let's look at that. Because usually you would have seen it here when it was bought, but it's not even here. 718. Now it's 72.8. It was 72.5 earlier. So it just keeps rising. This is incredible. It's incredible, and this just shows how the mechanism, how the community understands how the whole platform works. Because in the spirit of keeping it deflationary for this purpose in this bear market, it's very important. We see that the total supply is 985,000. Look how much has been burnt. Like 985,000 is only left in total supply. We started at 1 million. Right now, 718, which is almost 73%, is staked, meaning taken out of the circulation. So, and 86, which is 8.7%, is in Uniswap right now. And with every trade, this amount keeps decreasing. It keeps getting burnt. So we are extremely deflationary. And we've been having very modest volume so far, and still we managed in 5 weeks to burn 15,000 tokens. So that's very impressive, to be fair, and it's incredible. Yes, I see it. Let me even refresh.
That's another question, Steve, that a few people have come to me with. What happens if the entire amount is completely staked?
See, that's the thing. I'm not saying it's impossible, but as you've seen on Etherscan, there are a lot of people who have not staked their tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, right now, the circulating supply is way below 190,000 right now. So it's once everything is staked, it will be a price squeeze. There'll be something called a price squeeze, meaning that the demand for BRL will be so much higher than there is supply for it, and we'll experience a crazy price squeeze. It will start jumping. The price will just explode if that's the case, and we see it even right now. Within a couple of days, we came like from 148 to like over $3 right now, because once the staking platform came in and the community just started staking, you saw that the price really just started increasing over time, because there was more. Actually, let me show it again. Let me share the screen. Incredible buys coming in. I mean, this is insane. So as you see, the green wall is just incredible. The community is just, you can tell they're staking. So the sales right here, 60 buys and only 6 sales, and the volume is at 37,000. So it just shows, to answer your question, Joe, is that the staking is tremendous, because once you stake and you get your distributions in USDC, the sales just decrease, and as people see and understand what BRL is about, of course they join the community, and this is impressive. I just wanted us to grow organically, but I believe now is the time that we want to really tackle YouTube and also other platforms. Like we'll be on Twitter Space as well later on with Moti, and also beyond that, I don't want to say anything right now, because I always believe that when I say something, I want to announce it. Like I'm announcing it and it's live. So we're working in the background though on that, so that we can have a bigger reach as well. And once the time comes and it's official, I'll be happy to announce that. And that's why I emphasize on having a bigger presence on YouTube, because crypto runs a lot through YouTube. I personally learned about crypto on YouTube because it's just easier. Like, it's in human nature. We tend to like to listen, and we also visualize. We're visual people, so it helps with the learning. So that's why for me it's important that we have a lot of material on YouTube. So even once people hear about BRL and they're inquisitive, they'll go to YouTube and start YouTubing us. And we want to make sure that we have informative material that they'll be able to understand what we're here for, what we stand for, what we're trying to solve, and they'll be able to see how vibrant our community is and engaged. So that's definitely very important as well.
Oh, go ahead, Theo.
No, Theo, you got it, brother.
Yeah, just since we're on staking, just a quick question from Snags. He wanted to know if there's a way not to claim rewards automatically when he stakes more BRL. I guess he just wants to keep everything in BRL, if that's a possibility.
Like maybe push a button and have it transfer instantly over?
No, the way it works is that yes, good question. If you stake your tokens right now, let's say you add to your tokens, it will claim it automatically. And that happens because the calculations of the APR. The APR is calculated each time, is recalculated each time you add or subtract from your BRL staking. So the only way that you won't be able to claim it is if you just let it sit there from day one. Let's say I'm staking BRL tokens today and I'm not intending to claim it. Then if you don't add to it, it won't claim it. Or if you don't subtract it, it won't claim it either. So you will have to let it sit once you do that. But if you add to it, it will automatically claim it and add it to your wallet. Or you can just manually claim it yourself. And then you can do as you please. You can get some more, or you can use it for whatever you feel like you want to use it for.
No, we've had upgrades with the migration for the launch pad and all that stuff. What other ideas are you doing to expand on the launch pad? What other things are we supposed to see for next year, Steve?
Absolutely. This launchpad, like I said, was our first utility. And with our first utility, we also launched our first collaboration, our first MADS project. And actually, we had the privilege because of due to the collaboration, we had the privilege as a community to be the first to get our hands on those NFTs. But the public sale is still coming, it's still ahead. It will be in a couple of weeks. So that is still a project that is ongoing. But yes, the platform is here to make sure that other projects can also launch on it. But like I mentioned in our last AMA, also it's important that we don't just take any project, but we make sure that they're really solid projects, experienced team that are doxed and that are going through certain KYCs and like security measures. And even us ourselves, we will be launching also exclusive NFTs ourselves, as that will also be part of sustaining the liquidity pool, because the spirit is always to be the project that has a deep liquidity and deep volume. And it's just very impressive. Like I said, we're in a bear market right now, and it's really the market really is tough. Like we're in the red right now, and to see how healthy the liquidity is right now, already in a bear market, just I have to commend the community that we really actually doing it amazing in the like the market conditions considered. So I just can't wait, because this market will recover. That's for sure. You know, the market is bleeding right now. Like I said, we are more than 3x down from a year from now, as far as total market cap is concerned. And I believe once we recover and the market starts picking back up, especially 2024, once the Bitcoin halving starts, and we believe that mid next year, the market starts recovering, we'll see even more. We'll be able to even see how the mechanisms work even better. But it's nice to see how the community rallies behind the platform, behind the project, and it's just incredible to see what's happening, how the community is really driving this and pushing this.
Yeah, I feel like we're doing absolutely everything in reverse. We have a finite amount of tokens disappearing every single day. We have staking. We're not pushing for any exchanges. Like, we're doing everything in reverse. And that's another thing. A lot of people ask, when are we going to start getting on exchanges?
Exactly. That's another thing that is a constant topic. Exchanges like have the pros and cons. The pros is that you get more exposure. Those who are not keen on using like their own wallets, and feel more comfortable using centralized exchanges, for those individuals, of course, they feel more comfortable with that. But for us right now, that's not the aim, because the cons is like arbitrage, for example, that can happen. And right now we are focusing heavily on, once we roll out our utilities and we go all out on marketing, we want to focus on decentralization at first. So later on, and that's why we have the reserves as well. Once that time comes, we'll move on. But right now, we're only 5 weeks old, and we want to focus more on rolling out the utilities first and making sure that we have the core fundamentals. So even once we start getting mainstream, we'll be able to sustain the crowd, like the new community members, as far as having a solid foundation built already.
So the other question, part two of that question, is going back to community. Steve, you're a genius when it comes to this type of development. You're incredible. So we all appreciate that. But we both know that community is absolutely everything to take something and make it exponential. That's the ideal for business, crypto, anything that you do. What do you see personally that our community is doing right on a daily basis that keeps us all motivated?
Excellent question. And it's actually multiple things that the community is doing. First of all, it's the camaraderie. Like we have VCs basically on a daily. We have very experienced members of the community that have been through multiple different cycles in the community, like in crypto. Uh, and that's important, There's a healthy mix of whales and common investors. And also, the most important thing is that the community is extremely engaged, like on all platforms. If you look at Twitter, the engagement is really high. On Telegram, for newcomers. CEO, do you mind muting your mic, please? Thank you. For the community members, the new community members feel right at home because the admins, the mods are always welcoming, and even the regular members, they answer the questions, etc. So those are the key things that are very important. And we also have a very healthy environment in the Telegram. We make sure that we're PG-13 and we don't, we keep it mature, we keep it healthy. We keep it professional so that even new members that come in can feel right at home, and not like shocked by what they see on the chats. And another thing that I see is everybody is on the same lane. The community understands the vision and what we're trying to do. The highest thing that shows is with the staking platform. It's incredible. I don't know many projects right now that have their tokens staked at a 72% rate, going to 73%. That is just unheard of. That's incredible. That just shows the commitment, the trust, and the vision that the community as a whole together looks at. Another thing is, like I already elaborated on, is the bulldozer effect that I talked about. Developers, the founders could have just created a buyback wallet and just manually do the buybacks. But us handing it over to the community is a trust back to the community, saying, let's do this together. Let's all be part of this. Let's all move this forward together. So it goes both ways, and we have deep trust in our community. It's our largest and biggest utility, and the most important one. We also enjoy the engagement that we have with the community members. It's very camaraderie. A lot of people it's a mixed community too, come from different communities that joined together, and I really appreciate them because having these different backgrounds and experiences. And there's a lot of exchanges too, among the community members. And of course, the mods and the admins, very experienced, very professional. And you are one of them as well. I mean, both of you, Theo and CEO, you both are amazing community members that do a lot for the community. So that's why, like I say, we have no CEO, we have no, one individual that is the head. No, we all the same, we all equal, and we all push this forward to have something great for us, because we all believe in the future and the betterment of ourselves and the future of crypto.
Yeah, Steve, that brings up a very important piece of information. The way that I see the community's engagement is they're always hungry for the knowledge. I've been in other communities and it's always been win Lambo, win this. And they may be successful because they pumped for a little bit, but they have all these exchanges, all these other people coming in, and the market's always going up and down, no matter what. So when the market's low, the people in the community complain. When the market's high, they're happy. And psychologically, that can tear people apart. And I'm proud to be part of this community because it's nothing but words of encouragement, uplifting knowledge, helping each other, and it's very special to be part of that for sure.
Thank you very much, Samunda Crypto. And what you said, CEO 100, it's very true. And Zamunda here is actually just underlying it also. We all know how toxic crypto can be. Like the crypto space is can be extremely toxic. I always believe that there is room and space for everyone because we still in so early, and there's still room for everyone. And for me, it was very important to build a space where we all can educate ourselves. You know, crypto changes so quickly, so rapidly, and why not have a space where a mix of veterans, like these veterans in crypto, with the newcomers, you know, so they can learn from each other, you know. So this is a platform that I'm just so excited about. This is something that you can't plan ahead of time. The community has just been unbelievable. It's been amazing. And you're right, Zamunda. You know, the community is really focused. We have a lot of educated people that have a wealth of experience that they're sharing with everyone. You know, in the main chat. So that's very important as well. Not just the experience, but also like about BRL itself. You know, even about crypto in general. You know, so that's very important in a community. That it's first of all, it's healthy, it's educated, it's always ready to help, you know, and we all have one goal in common and one vision, you know, and that's our motto. We always say one project, one team, one vision, you know, and that's how we live it, you know. That's what BRL is really focused on, and the community is really living that and showing it.
Yeah, I just want to shout out Brother Zamunda. I mean, when you talk about community, he's everywhere, helps everybody, so knowledgeable. I just want to give him a shout out. And I also want to highlight a comment he made because it's close to home for myself. Brother Zamunda says, I almost gave up on crypto, but Steve made me come back. And I concur with that as well. So I just wanted to shout out Brother Zamunda because anybody in the community, if you've been here for a minute, you know this man. He's everywhere. He helps everybody. And he forever gives and gives and gives. So I just wanted to give him a proper shout out. We all appreciate you, Brother Zamunda. And I wanted to also run with a question from Moti. Moti wants to know when you're going to run for president, Steve.
Actually, not going to do that at all. Like I said, I'm different, really, because for me, I believe in the community. I appreciate the flattery, Brother Theo, but for me, it's all about the community because that's what really counts. You know, at the end of the day, we all in crypto for one purpose. You know, we want to better ourselves, and for that purpose, if we come together and believe in a vision like we're doing right now, this is all that counts. You know, for me, the community is always and has always been the most important key, and we see that in these major and bigger projects as well. You know, without naming them, we all know what made them is the community. You know, so this is our biggest utility, is that we all come together and believe in a vision, and now we have a platform that supports us to do that, you know, to push a platform that is built to last and that is sustainable, you know. So this is something that it's a beginning of something amazing, and we're seeing it happen in front of us. I'm sure if I say this, I speak for a lot of us in the community. We always wanted to be a part of something from the very beginning, you know. And we always said, oh man, I wish I was. I remember when one of our close friends told me about Bitcoin, and this was back in 2010, 29 even, you know, 2009, 2010. And it's human nature that if something new comes, your first reaction is no, You know, you don't want to accept it because it's strange, it's new, you know. And I have to point out that crypto projects come in phases. There are phases, and we've seen that with this. With I've seen this personally in every project that I've been in. The last two projects I've been involved with, I've seen those phases. The phase one is the okay, you're the new project. People are looking at you like, okay, what are you doing? You know, like um, it's the FUD phase, I call it. You know, like what are you here to solve? What are you doing? Is this just another token that you're coming out with? And then there's a next phase is once you manage to get out of that, is like, okay, um, they're here to stay. And how are they doing it? What problem are they actually solving? And what's their true utilities and how they're going about it, you know? So I believe currently this is where we are right now. We're at the stage where we've passed all that FUD, all that, you know, mistrust and all that. You know, we passed it by delivering. We only five weeks old, and we already delivered a finished project. We've already delivered on our NFTs that we said we will. We came up with our dual staking platform, and we came out with our boosters that will be feeding into our liquidity pool. And now we are still working in the background to finalize the entire phase two, and then next we'll be getting into phase three. So by delivering, by under promising and over delivering, by making sure that we build something that is scarce. Scarcity is key. You know, big problem right now in our space is oversupply of tokens, inflation. You know, like just inflating the market with tokens, and this is something that Bullrun is doing extremely well. Actually, we're trending right now, number 10. Amazing. We're organically trending. So this is all thanks to the community. You guys are just amazing, you know, and I can't wait for us to be really, you know, getting into mainstream, being known, and people understanding what we are about. And this is why we're doing these AMAs right now. You know, we want to put the word out, and we want to break things down simple as possible of what is Bullrun. You know, we are a utility-driven meme token that focuses on NFTs, and we've delivered on that. We have a launchpad, NFT launchpad that we came out with. Projects can launch on that. We have a collaboration with Mads. These are unique NFTs that are 3D avatars, downloadable, usable in different industries, animation, apparel, merchandise. You know, even using as you can use it as avatars on metaverses, etc. So we've been really focusing heavily, mainly on building our system, a platform that is extremely sustainable and that is growing organically and that has a solid community, so that even once we get more, the word gets out there and we become mainstream, we already have a solid foundation, you know. So we already have camaraderie among the small team that we have, and then that's what really pushes us to the next level, you know, because we have the right people, we have the right mind, and we all have the same vision. So that is something that is extremely important, that we made sure that we have something that is sustainable. That's very important.
Hey, Steve, as our community grows and we try and bring in more investors for that organic growth, what do you recommend for the community to do on a daily basis to build sustainability?
Very good question. Very good question, Joe. Actually, just keep doing what we're doing right now, because it's obviously working. You know, keep putting the word out, being very engaged, proactive. Even in our chat groups, being welcoming, being like sharing the knowledge. You know, information, education is very important, and that's what the community is doing. They're sharing the knowledge, the experiences, they're helping each other out, and these things are very important, you know, in a community. And another thing also is this right here. You are participating in all our voice calls. Next, we'll be going on Twitter Space. You'll be there as well. There's 69 people watching right now, are live with us. So these are the things that we need to be doing. being engaged, making sure that we comment we comment on our lives here. We make sure that we retweet and are engaged on Twitter. We put the word out. So these are things the community is already doing, and these are the reasons why we are also doing extremely well in a rather very bearish market. And this just gives me the confidence that once the market recovers, and we'll be really in the forefront, of the projects that will be ready to really take off once the bull run comes. Because I believe and I see how the community understands what needs to be done, and we all on the same page, and we all pulling for the same thing. And this is very unique. This is not common. And the staking platform alone speaks for itself. It's just impressive how the community believes in the vision, and that we are a small community still, but as we're growing, like you said, and as we'll be expanding, the bigger we get and the larger the community gets, the better the platform works. That's how it's really built to last like that. So just keep pushing the way we're pushing right now. Keep putting the word out. Continue being engaged. We'll want to build a bigger presence. So it's important that we'll be doing more AMAs like this. I'll be putting out more educational videos to break down things and bring more understanding and information of what Bullrun is about. So the community has been doing already amazing, and it shows. It shows on Twitter, it shows on the charts, it shows everywhere. On the staking platform, the community is incredible, and I commend every single one of you for what you've been doing. And we won't be here where we are today without the community. That's just a fact.
Hey Steve, look at our number on trending now on Dex Tools. We moved up again.
We're climbing.
This is great.
It's amazing, community. I have to commend the community for this. This is just mind-blowing, to see how everybody rallies together. Everybody's coming here very active, very engaged. How we coordinate things on Telegram as well. We have like this group that coordinates tweets, like puts them all together and puts them in the main chat. Hey, let's all go out there and comment on them, So this hard work will pay off, and I want to encourage every single one of you that have been pushing, working hard. It will pay off, We might not understand it now, but eventually it will pay off, and it will pay off big. So let's keep pushing and doing what we're doing right now and putting the word out, and educating the community, because the more educated the community is, the better for the newcomers as well, because we'll be able to share that knowledge that we have,
Hey, we got
Go ahead, Theo.
Yeah, we got a question from Combo Cabbage. He says, I heard some questions come up about crypto regulation. I think it's very far out, but have you accounted for possible regulations coming in? What are your thoughts on that, Steve?
Absolutely. For me, regulation needs to be in place. I understand that we're still early, and that's how early we are in crypto, that not even regulations are in place yet. But I believe once the regulations come in, there'll be more, let me put it like this, there'll be more order. Like right now, crypto is really a wild west. It's a hit or miss, and there is really no structure in this. And I believe that once regulation come, there will be definitely more structure. I have to say though, there's always pros and cons in everything, So I just believe and I just hope that with the regulations, there won't be no restrictions. I hope that the regulations will not hinder the growth, of crypto. It will be here to just protect the retailers, and especially the retailers, but not to like hinder the growth of crypto as an industry. So I personally believe that it's a good thing for regulations to come in many ways, especially to to protect, because we see how many rug pulls, how many things that are happening. It's not good. I personally been through many of those, and I'm sure many of us have also. So I just believe there should be more accountability. you know with regulation comes also accountability, so people should be accountable for what they're doing, and how they're going about setting up things. So that's definitely very important in my eyes, that we will see more stable and more projects that are accountable, or have to be accountable for the actions that they do. So I'm all for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got Brother Believes in the house, and we got Crypto Lounge as well. They both have questions that kind of coincide. So, Brother Believes is asking, will there be a button soon to swap USDC until you earn the BRL? And Crypto Lounge is agreeing, um, asking like a compound button would be nice. What are your thoughts in regards to that?
Absolutely. I mean, this just shows the spirit of the community. People want to compound. People want to get their BRL going, and this is amazing. So, like I say, I take that as a constructive feedback, and that's something definitely I'll put in my to do list, as I see. That if that's something that we can implement without having to like redeploy the whole contract. So I'll have to look at it with our devs, if that's something that we can easily add to it. And if that's the case, then definitely that's something that we can add to it. And also, again, I hope that answered the question. And also, what I want to add is that I've seen high demand for the boosters, and that is something that is coming also. That's the boosters are play a major role in the ecosystem. So rest assured, we'll be bringing them out, and you'll be able to purchase them from our staking platform, so that you can maximize your distributions. Thank you very much, Brother Theo, for pointing that out.
Absolutely, my pleasure, my pleasure. Everybody's just excited. Chat's going
Yes.
crazy. We're trending.
Yeah,
It's just amazing, amazing.
I see people. Yeah, people. The community is crazy about the compounding. This, like I say, this is something I'll sit down and with the devs and see if we can easily implement it without having to like redeploy the whole contract. But I'll get back to you on this one, definitely. I want to really thank, Please Crypto Launch, all of you. It's not like, you influencers on your own, and that you supporting the community so much. You've been behind BRL, so I just want to commend all of you, Beliefs and Crypto Launch, and also I've seen, man, is it Crypto Gold? I watched one of you out, Demo Crypto. This brother right here did a video earlier today. I really want to shout out to you as well for being so supportive, in the community. And these are the things I'm talking about. This BRL is so grassroots, like you see people who believe in the vision, like you see community members who are influencers, for example, and they believe in the vision. Out of their own, they just participate, start making videos about BRL and being involved with it. Like Crypto Launch was the first one to make a video, BRL video. It was impressive, and we all know Believes, he's always right, and he's been also with our community for almost from day one. So these are the things, I mean, that we really appreciate, that we are growing as a community, that we have major members, community members in our ranks that are playing a major role. Many more that I could count, especially community members that are from all over, from Australia. We have amazing team from Australia. We have not just US, we have it from people from England, from the Europe in general, from Turkey. Like we are very diverse. We are a diverse group of people, and we all aim for the same thing. That's the main goal, and we're building something from scratch, from the ground up, that has a big potential to grow. And as it grows, it's also offering a platform that is sustainable with the growth to go along with it. You know, so these are just amazing times that we have right now, and it's impressive of what a community can do. I'm just amazed what I saw today, like that 8 ETH just dropping on the chart like that just shows a lot of trust, along with the 72% of staked BRL as well, and the amount of demand of implementing the compounding button on the staking. So all these things just point towards a community that has the same mindset, you know, and this is just impressive. So, are there any other questions we need to attend to, or do you have any other questions, gentlemen, that we should talk about? Because we also have a Twitter space that we'll also have to attend later on. But let's go through the questions if you still have any.
Steve, I have more questions, bud, but I think for the most part, let's do a part 2 and a part 3 to this. Let's carry on this this dynamic with these questions and keep growing from there. Have something to come back to.
That's amazing. If we don't want to overextend it, we can do it again tomorrow. We could do a part 2, and or whenever you're ready, we can continue with this, because the point is not just to run down the questions, but to really be more focused and explain things in detail, so those who are rewatching it can understand what BRL is all about. It's about giving out the right information, and educating not just the community, but everybody that will rewatch this and never heard about BRL. So we believe that once they watch these AMAs or these videos we're putting out, or once they join our Telegram groups, they'll be able to be educated, and know more about what we do. And what I want to stress and also say is that I say this often. I don't like to talk about things unless I'm ready to release them, deploy them, then I'll announce. But one thing I want to just put in our minds is that the reason why I'm pushing YouTube so much is because once we really get out there, the word gets out and we are mainstream. And that's one thing that we're really pushing in the background. And I'll be thrilled. I can't wait to announce what we're working on as far as bringing out Bull Run to the masses. That's why it's important for us, community, that we keep this momentum going. We stay engaged, and we have a solid. We're already doing excellent on Twitter. Telegram is lit. Now we need to do the same on Spaces, Twitter Spaces, and now we need to also have a command here on YouTube as well. So I agree with you, Joe. Let's do a part 2, 3, however parts it takes to keep this going, and put that information out there, because we need to do that, so that once we really blow up and go mainstream, those who are coming on YouTube and try to understand what we do will have enough information, enough material to go through and be informed. So that's very important.
Well, Steve, I appreciate you giving me a day heads up this time, as opposed to yesterday. This this guy, he's like, "Hey, I want to do an AMA with you." I'm like, "Great, yeah, let's do it." And he goes, "All right, you want to set it up for later on today?" No, I'm not a YouTuber, brother. Give me some time. He's like, "Okay, take your time. We'll do it tomorrow." I'm like, good God, man. I had a heart attack sitting here, but yeah, I'll do it.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate both of you, and I'll definitely give you a heads up. So I'll definitely give you a heads up, so ahead of time, so we can make sure that that we prepared. So community. And Brother Theo, do you have something else that you want to share with us that we need to maybe address before?
No, I don't see any more questions, but just a quick comment from myself. Just again, loving the excitement in the community. Excitement is everything. Energy is everything, and you guys give so much energy. And we on the team, we give it back, and the future is bright for everybody here. And I just want to say, Steve, again, thanks for all that you do. Thanks for all that you share, and for being an example, right around. And for brother CEO, I've just been getting to know you a little bit more and more. But one thing that stood out, the first time I heard you speak, one of the first things you said was, hold yourself accountable to a higher degree. And then I heard you say something to the effect of, act like the rank above you. And let me tell you, when I heard you say that, I had to put my orange juice down. I stood up and salute, because it hit home, you know what I mean? And I just want to say, since you jumped on the squad, like, you've been amazing, and inspiring. So just keep inspiring, keep leading. And it's a pleasure being on this with the both of you guys. And I look forward to doing this a lot more often. Appreciate you guys.
That humbles me. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, I can only add to that. I like this setting because you are senior members of the community. You are the eyes and ears of Bullrun. You're on the forefront. You hear what the community is talking about. You are the community itself. You are the pulse of it. You are the pulse of what's going on all socials. So that's why it was important for me to have you, both of you, on here. That you can ask the questions that you hear within the community, and even ones that you would have liked to know, as well. So I like this setup a lot because it comes straight from the community to your mouth, and we can discuss it in a setting like this that everybody can rewatch, that is not able to be live among with us, and that is very educational. And I want to thank you very much, both of you. Let me start with you, Joe. I gave you a very short notice, and you did amazing. I'm really grateful for you. And Brother Theo, you're an amazing brother. And thank you also for jumping on and helping to make this AMA a success, and very informational and educational. So thank you both, gentlemen, for being part of this. And like I said, let's do a part 2, 3. It doesn't matter how many it will take. The goal is to just bring educational material, informational material, and to bring the questions that you hear within the community and bring them up so we can discuss them and bring clarity to them. So community, I see one more question here. I'm not sure if I lost it, but it was regarding Elko. Elko asked about phase 3. Now, phase 3 will be all about merchandise. You'll be able to customize your merchandise using your NFTs. So, but when that time comes, we'll discuss it. Right now, we're still in the middle of phase 2. But just to answer your question, phase 3 will be all about merchandise. But I'll break that down once that time comes. Once we're ready to kick that phase off, we'll discuss it in detail. Yeah, on my side, and this is the spirit, that's the spirit. We're all equal. It's one team, one project. We have one vision, and we want to push this forward. I'm very proud of every single one of you. Very grateful for every single one of you on this live, or those who are not even amongst us, that have been pushing, working hard, tirelessly, putting in their time in the community, answering questions. I'm so proud of our mods and admins. You guys make me a better person. You're the most humble community members in here. You are fun. It's just enjoyable to be amongst you. You all are great and amazing, and we are really humbled to have such a great community. So thank you everyone that is in this chat today, that was able to participate. Even those who will rewatch it later on, thank you very much, all of you. And gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been nice sharing thoughts, information with you, just talking from a brother to a brother. And it's been fun. I hope the community was able to benefit from this and learn in the process from it. So
Thanks for having us on, Steve. This was great, man. Absolutely enjoyed it.
likewise. Thank you very much, guys. And community, it was fun. And thank you very much. He's a very close brother, Okan. Okan is in the building. This gentleman is an amazing gentleman as well. He's right here with me in Turkey, and he's an amazing individual. And we'll want to also have like a Turkish group as well, because Bullrun needs to be international. So Okan, let's get together and discuss that. I appreciate you being in the community, and everybody else that is here. Zamunda, Moti, King, we all appreciate you. Flash, you're amazing, man. You're amazing. We have just amazing individuals here. Combo Cabbage, amazing. Look who's here. Jackie, thank you so much. You're awesome yourself. Zamunda is always so proactive. Tony, this guy is something else. I mean, Tony is really on Twitter. Most of things you see is from him. Like, he tweets a lot and he pushes a lot, puts the word out. So these are just individuals that have been amazing, doing an amazing job. I'm trying to go through the comments and just point out all these people community members who just been amazing. Forgive me if I don't mention all of you. Even our brother Beatstar. Beatstar is here. He's an admin, also solid senior community member. Elko, of course. Thank you very much, all of you. And I see much love back to you, Beatstar. Much love back. How can I not mention Brother Foster? You know, Brother Foster is amazing. You guys, you know him all. And of course, Moti, I hope that you can hear me better now. I see you are sharing the OpenSea link, and good that you mentioned that. Let's be sure that we're using the right link for the OpenSea. It's very, very important. I also want to shout out to all our Australian community members that have been really pushing hard and keeping the chat going. You guys are amazing, you know. So Thinos, Anthony, Johnny John, you guys are all amazing, you know. I know it's late on your side, you might be sleeping, but I want to appreciate all of you. You guys have been just amazing. So on this, I just want to close on this note that it takes the whole community to be successful, and it shows it. Doing great. Let's keep pushing, and let's make this happen again. So on this note, I want to thank everybody. Thank you very much for participating in this chat, in this live AMA today. So looking forward, let me mention it again. Moti will be hosting a Twitter space. That's where we'll be heading next, and we'll continue talking about BRL. So I hope that all of you that are in this chat, if you have the time, you can also join us on Moti's space. If you don't mind, Moti, if you can put the link again down there so people can just follow it. But if not, we also have it retweeted on our main accounts. But if you can put the link here so people can follow it and join us on the Twitter space. So community, once more, thank you very much, Brother Joe and Brother Theo. Appreciate all of you. You've been amazing. You did an amazing, you asked great questions, and I hope it was informative for the community. And yeah, let's meet at the Twitter space at Motis and discuss some more about BRL. I'll have you also say your final words if you need to.
Yeah. Like I told you before we got on the live, getting to talk to you I followed you with your other projects, and it's an honor, man. It's an honor getting to talk with you and getting to do this for my community. I've never met any of these people in real life, and I can tell you right off the bat, they're incredible. They're absolutely amazing. So I'm proud to be here, supporting you and supporting them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I concur with CEO. Just every day is just amazing here. And again, I just thank you, Steve. Thank the whole community. The all-star team, I call them as well. It's just been a remarkable journey, and I know it's just going to get brighter and more exciting. So I hope everybody's ready. I hope everybody's buckled up for the ride. Let's go.
Absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen, once more. And that's a high note to we'll continue again another time. Gentlemen, community, thank you very much. I hope this was informational. Like I always like to say, let's keep in touch. Let's meet in the Twitter space. That's where we continue having a conversation. So bring your questions with you in case you have some more, and let's discuss BRL some more over there. So yes, the love is mutual. We love you too, Foster. We love you, everybody, community. Thank you very much. And let's talk again on Twitter space. Bye, everyone. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the day. And let's meet you over there in the Twitter space.